welcome back to Saruwatari Xtreme. Well, you guys know that I take any opportunity I can to take out the SV, as it is one of my favorite cars. We are running a bit late today because I had something very exciting for me happen. Ty from Asians Never Die came to hang out at the shop with me and also give me a quick rundown on everything they're doing. If you have a moment, check him out. It's some amazing, funny stuff. But at this current time, what we're here to talk about is today's video. In today's video, what we've been looking at is project cars, specifically bills. And as you know, I just love checking out the awesome bills that are out there, even more so than my own. At this current time today, we're going to look at two amazing bills. One is an FD that is track prepped, ready to go. And the second is an amazing 968 Porsche that's had a major overhaul conversion. It is a major build, and it was done by a good friend of mine. So let's take a look at those now. Ryan, please show us this amazing car. Wow, it's super clean. Do you still run the 2-rotor, or have you gone to a 3-rotor like many enthusiasts have done?
Kind of maybe gone to the dark side on this one. And
so you're fulfilling the club, the group, the team.
Living up to the name.
Please explain.
It's LS3.
Oh boy, I see we got a little bit of an issue here. Oh man, I don't know, I feel like I'm having some sort of heart attack or possibly a stroke. Yeah. But in any case, my man, either way, it is actually a very clean job he's done. And to be honest with all of you, I really don't care. I'm not a purist to that degree. I just think you should always do what you want to do. And obviously this man has done what he wants to do, and I'm cool with that. Man, it looks amazing. You must really have a great time in it. Is it super reliable?
It is crazy reliable. It takes a beating. It makes 510 at the wheels all day long.
Nice.
Just bashing it at the track, and it's been good to me. And you know, I know it's blasphemous and whatever. It can be controversial, but I feel like it was a good decision, and I never look back. You know, it's been a good car, and it's a lot of fun at the track.
How much were you making out of your 13B before you decided to swap?
See, that's the thing. The car technically never moved under its own power with the 13B because
what happened?
Yeah, I bought it straight out of high school. Kind of had more ambition than money, and the rotary was never going to run. It was a flood car, so it was a perfect candidate for the LS swap.
Well, that being said, guys, I think we can cut him a little bit of slack because actually the car wasn't even running. So at least he got it running, it's reliable, and he likes it. And in the end, like I said, that's all that really matters. Man, well, great. The job looks really clean.
No rotaries were hurt in the making of this car. Yeah.
Said like a true pro. And my man, well, that looks really good, and the exterior looks amazing. Can you give us a rundown of what has been done out here?
C-West all around, the N1 kit, the first generation C-West body kit. Okay. Front lip is by Race Brake Components.
Very nice.
I have their quick detach splitter brackets in there as well.
Do you have any lift system to drive?
There's no nose lift or nothing.
Oh man, so guys, look.
Yeah.
It's tight.
I use the race ramps and the trailer ramp, and it's still tight. So shout out to Race Bread for the front lip. It definitely solves the problem.
Now, when you drive around town, then do you leave that off?
I generally don't drive that on. Yeah.
Okay.
The car hardly ever hits the streets, but when it does, it's definitely without the
okay. Very cool. Very cool. And is the hood also C-West? I mean, it looks amazing.
It is RE Memiya 89 style. You know what they say. I really like RE Memiya too.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Nice. All right. It all flows very good. Yep. How about the side skirts?
That's all C-West as well.
Very cool.
All the way around.
All the way around. Man, look at this wing. Man, the carbon work on this wing is just amazing, man.
PR makes some great stuff.
Very cool. And I see you've got a primary down below here.
Yep.
So it looks all nice. Very cool.
Taillights is basically the only thing else going on back here.
Very cool. But you have obviously a nice exhaust. Looks very good.
My buddy made me a full header back exhaust. Shout out to Kelly Built.
Nice. Very cool.
He actually made like an axle back section, so I have my own. This is my Laguna exhaust.
Okay.
And he's got a V-band on there, so I can have the left-hand bend pipe to let me pass the sound restrictions at Laguna Seca.
Very cool, my man.
I can swap out the tip, and it's all very quick.
Very nice. Man, everything looks great. I know you kind of touched on it, but your custom wheels look amazing too, and it looks like we got stop tech going on the front.
Stop tech's up front.
Okay.
Just switched over to G-Lock pads, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, very cool.
Basically, that's all that's going on outside.
What type of wheels are these again?
Titan 7s,
Okay.
TR10s, I think they're called.
Very cool.
They're great, and the thing with Titan 7 is that they make the wheels vehicle specific, which is kind of odd nowadays.
That is odd.
So, but it's great because 285's square in an FD without, you know, doing some flares or whatever, it's kind of difficult. But they have a specific setup, you know, offset and everything to run 285 front and rear without flares, no rubbing, nothing. It's been great. So
and you didn't have to roll the fenders?
the fenders are rolled, but I actually rolled them before.
Okay.
I actually had Volks on these before, and then I was having issues getting. I had traction problems, obviously, with the V8 and.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
an FD with traction problems?
So it was plowing a little bit, and I just had to go bigger up front, and so yeah, that helped me get away with fitting the bigger tires and not having to get flares and whatnot. Because honestly, like I think it's cool, and it probably will someday end up being wide body or flared. But I like the classic fenders, you know. Like they don't want to mess up the FD look too much.
Very cool, my man. Well, it looks great, and I can see obviously even from the outside that this thing is race prepped. You've stripped down a lot. Do you mind going through the interior for us?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Inside is some Sparco Evo seats. Sparco, I forget honestly, swing steering wheel.
It looks like some nice tin work has been done.
Yeah, this is all by LRB. They make really cool panel replacements for the door panels and a rear seat delete, so it's all nice aluminum paneling.
Wow, this type of stuff was not available when I was building. That's amazing. The rear seat, that is a really nice piece.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It uses all original factory mounting points. There's nothing. So they
guys, anytime you're modifying and you can use factory points, it is just the best.
Yeah,
wow, very cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Like I like to strip it, but I didn't like the stripped look. So this really tidies it up without gaining weight. All the carbon stuff is Evo R.
Okay.
And then I have the AEM 7
nice.
digital dash.
That's very cool.
So nice. I really like it a lot.
Very cool, my man. Very cool. Well, the whole project itself looks amazing. I mean, one thing that I don't know if you touched on, I might just try out of heard, but what have you done to the suspension?
The suspensions, Saki Bomb garages, custom Öhlins DFVs all around. The bushings are all Super Pro. Everything's been swapped out, and then the Öhlins made one hell of a difference, though. Like it's from night and day. I mean,
very cool.
The tunability and they're just great, and the high-speed valving better than a hardcore track setup.
Okay.
So, but it definitely performs at the track, and then it does kind of ride smoother than you would expect.
Very cool, man. Well, you've done a phenomenal job, and I love the enthusiasm you have towards the project. You can tell that this man just loves the project, and that's really what we want to hear. Do you think that at the risk of, I don't know, all my Rotary supporters having a heart attack, you might be able to fire this baby up? Let us hear it. Maybe give a couple quick revs?
Yeah, let's make some
all right. Oh my God, guys, that was crazy. And of course, there are people with Rotaries that are having heart attacks right now, but the car does sound freaking amazing and it's awesome. This man made a huge project and we are happy that he showed it to us so much, my friend. It was so nice meeting you. You guys know, I love Porsches, I love Ferraris and Lambos. What I really, really love is a good modified car. And right here behind me, my good friend Craig is going to go through his 964, which is a major conversion car, and it is so super clean. And as much as I love black, the thing is, it is so hard to keep clean. But look at the amazing job that our friend Horatio is doing on this car. But enough of that. Let's get back to the car itself. Now, the deal with Craig, though, is that he does not want to be in camera. And actually, neither do I. Unfortunately, it would be difficult if nobody was on camera. So, Craig is mic'd up and he will help me go through the car, but we must respect his wishes as he's a good friend of the channel. So let's take a look at this amazing car. Craig, this car is so super clean. It doesn't even look like you really drive this car. How often are you able to get this car out?
I don't take it out very much.
Understood. Well, that would explain why it looks so good. Now, I know that there's been an extensive amount of conversion done to this car. Do you mind running through it and letting us know what you've done?
Sure. This is a 1989 C4 Porsche. It was originally a four-wheel drive NA vehicle. It's been modified with carbon fiber front fenders. The rear fender flares are carbon fiber. They're molded into the vehicle, unlike the RWB car, which is riveted in. The rear tail is carbon fiber as well as the rear bumper. It's got a 3.8 liter twin turbo engine in it. It runs the AEM ECU. It's running twin GT35R turbos, Evo GT2 cams, corded heads. The interior is pretty much stock. It makes about 800 horsepower with E85.
800. It's definitely not shy in the horsepower department, definitely enough to get you in a whole lot of trouble. Although my gut feeling is that our friend Craig has the means to do what he wants. But enough on that. The car is friggin' amazing. Now Craig, a few questions come to my mind as we were talking about it. On all the components that are carbon fiber, did you have these custom made or were they made by a manufacturer?
It was made by a manufacturer. I actually bought the car secondhand from a friend of mine who was a YouTuber back in the day when YouTube had first come out. His name was VR Alexander. Unfortunately, VR Alexander died in the Virginia City hill climb. He went off a cliff.
Oh man!
And he succumbed to his injuries. I had another 1987 slant-nose Porsche convertible, which I used to race against you in the early days in the 90s, against your RX-7. And then you got considerably faster and just blew my doors off.
Oh, please, man. Craig is too kind. But on that note, it is an interesting thing because things have changed vastly. And as all of you know, I'm retired and I no longer do it anymore. But Craig actually started with me. The amazing thing is it's super cool. So we can reminisce a lot. And Craig, as far as what you've seen, I mean, how much are things different? Because at least in my perspective, it is day and night.
It is day and night. And the industry's changed so much. When I had this car, I was running a Motec ECU in it, and the tuners nowadays told me that was a dinosaur and that I need to get rid of the Motec. So therefore, I ended up going with an AEM, which is a more modern ECU, and it seems to run a little bit better than the Motec that I had in here. The good thing is we have Horatio over here, as you can see him in the background, cleaning my car. Horatio actually maintains a lot of the guys in the car scene at the car shows. Mm-hmm. He cleans my car. I have a few other cars that I have in car shows that he comes by and cleans up for these events. Throughout your YouTube video in this event, you'll probably see him cleaning a few other cars.
Well, Horatio's doing a phenomenal job. I just want to point out that I can actually see myself in the car. Very amazing. Great job, Horatio, and his company is Black Prestige. And of course, black, it's all fitting. But it is really, really amazing. Craig, the car, since it's got a standalone AEM in it, do you do all the tuning yourself?
I do not do any of the tuning. I wish I had the skill, but unfortunately I do not.
Understood.
I just drive the car.
So when we talk about the car itself, I couldn't hear super good, but you have all the custom wheels were made to accommodate the body panels. Is the front widened as well?
Yes, the front is widened. It's carbon fiber. I don't know if the camera will pick up, you can actually see the carbon weave in the rear tail and the rear bumper in certain parts of the vehicle.
Very nice, very nice. And so this car started as a 964?
Yes, it started as a 964 naturally aspirated vehicle.
Okay, this was naturally aspirated, but now, of course, I heard you say that you have the turbos on it.
Yes.
Is it okay for us to open the hatch?
Yes, check it out.
Now, in typical Porsche fashion, especially in a regular type car, you can't really see a lot, but of course, even in this car, you just see the beautiful intercooler up on top and the air-cooled engine down below. All you enthusiasts will be jumping for joy. And sorry, I couldn't hear what size turbos you actually put on this thing.
These have Garrett GT35R turbos.
They're the ball bearing models,
yes.
Right? Yes, that's
they're pretty big.
Nice.
Kind of laggy. I kind of want to go down to the G50s.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So they're rated at 550 each.
Okay.
But they should have instant spool. That's the next thing I'm going to try to get into.
Very cool. Very cool. So when we go from top to bottom, then obviously it was naturally aspirated. Now, what was the original displacement of the 964?
The original displacement is a 3.6 liter. It's got Mahi pistons and cylinders, knife edge crank. It's got a bunch of head work done to it.
Now, Was all this work done before you purchased the car, or you did all this afterwards?
The original owner, my friend Alex, had a 4-liter that CMW built, a 4-liter twin-turbo billet motor, which grenaded, and then he sold me the car basically with a blown motor. So I was able to piece it back together. It had ITBs on it before, which was kind of a pain to tune. So we consolidated it down to just a single throttle body.
Okay, very cool. Man, fully built from top to bottom, forced induction. What an amazing setup. Standalone engine management. Man, I can see you're a man that addresses everything. And again, guys, when you see a build like this was done all the way right. The only thing is, it's very expensive. There's no question. I'm sure Craig has spent a lot of money on this. So I don't know. I need to probably save for many lifetimes to do something as nice as this man has done. And also on the exhaust, my friend.
Custom exhaust, custom built exhaust. Everything was basically custom built. There is a tuner by the name of Protomotive. They used to be in Winchester and Los Angeles. I think he moved somewhere to Arkansas. He originally built this motor.
Wow, man. And everyone on the channel, we all know that custom just means it costs even more. So the greatest thing about Craig that I love is that on any build that you address every aspect, those are always the nicest cars. And one thing I'll point out is look at this amazing wing. I mean, again, the weave is perfect on the top of the wing. It just looks amazing. So as we walk around and check everything out, it looks great. Have you done anything to the brakes, Craig?
The brakes are 993 twin turbo. The suspension was actually, the car was built by the Racers Group, TRG Racing at Sears Point Raceway back in the 90s when they were there.
So technically, even though it's still factory Porsche, you upgraded.
Yes, I didn't, but my friend Alex
Understood.
upgraded.
I figured you probably would.
Yes.
And were these the wheels that were on it when you purchased it?
These were the wheels that my
Man.
friend ordered, the Kinesis 3-piece.
Man,
I just recently had the wheels redone in a black chrome dip for the center, and the wheels, the lips were polished by my friend at Rightway, Jose at Rightway in Walnut Creek.
that would explain
phenomenal
why they
work.
look so good. They look brand new. And for those of you that don't know, Kinesis Wheels has been around actually for a long time, even when I first started racing, and they're top notch. They just aren't as prevalent as they used to be, but they still make amazing wheels. That's the bottom line. And if we take a quick look inside, the theme just keeps on going and going. I need to be very careful because that is insanely hot. Okay, so if we look inside, you can see that Craig has done some carbon fiber accents that just tie everything together really nice. And is that a roll bar that you put in there?
Yeah, my friend had ordered it, Matter Bar from Porsche.
Okay, cool. Now when you say Matter Bar from Porsche, is that a Porsche?
I think he ordered it directly from Porsche, yes.
Wow,
back in the
great,
day.
man. And of course, the nice thing is when you order something from Porsche, you know the fit is going to be perfect, and you can see it's integrated in the car really well. If we take a look on the back side here, you can see that the distance as the hoop comes across from the headliner is almost perfect. Just enough to accommodate the padding. Those are things that you see in the best of the best race cars. Well, my friend, the car is just freaking amazing and must just be insane to drive on the road. I mean, literally, the cool thing is about turbo lag is that turbo lag actually gives us an insane feeling when boost comes on that the car is actually faster than it is. So in many aspects, I actually kind of like turbo lag, but a lot of people don't. So it just depends on what you like. But you heard what he's going to do. So basically, he's going to downsize to get less turbo lag and more response. That is basically going to allow him to drive the car easier without having that scary sensation when boost comes on to be out of control. Is that correct, my friend?
That's correct. This car under boost actually sounds like my Skyline.
Craig has many, many cars. Ferrari, GTRs. He's just got a lot of stuff. And my friend, why was this the car choice to bring today?
I wanted to switch it up. I didn't want it to feel like we were trapped in the same car show. And I've been coming to Shokai supporting Kerry for his Shokai show for the past 5 years.
Wow, that's great, a veteran.
Yes, I've been friends with Kerry for some time, as I'm sure you have been.
Yes, this is true, my man. Very cool. So with all that time, Craig, what does Shokai mean to you?
Shokai to me is a gathering of our friends. We come together and meeting new friends, because I've met a bunch of new friends here. I haven't seen you in ages, and I was able to meet you here.
This is true, and this is definitely hanging with you again is one of the highlights of the show for me. Now, Craig has been so gracious as to fire his car for us, and we can take a listen to see, and maybe, I don't know, the deafening sound might blow out my eardrums and demolish what hearing I have left. But in any case, let's hear how it sounds. Wow, guys, that was incredibly amazing, and this Porsche sounds way better than my Porsche. And we were so happy that Craig took care of us, and it was just awesome hanging with him. For me too, Shukai's just been super cool because seeing good friends like Craig that I haven't seen in such a long time is such an amazing experience. So in any case, brother, thank you so much for taking time to showing us everything, my man. It was such a blast, and I'll see you next time. Well, guys, I hope you really enjoyed those two builds, and I hope I didn't kill any rotary enthusiasts out there seeing Ryan's crazy track FD with the LS swap, but needless to say, it is an amazing car. And like I said before, I'm just down for a cool build. I'm not so much of a purist that it really bothers me. I feel everyone should do what they want to do with their projects. And of course, Craig's 968 conversion is so awesome, built from top to bottom. And the amazing part is that he bought that car with a blown engine, so I have a ton of respect for him, and that is an amazing car. But guys, my friend Ty is here to enjoy the SV, so we must sign off. So I hope you enjoyed those cars, and we will see you next time. Take care.